Dobson.
Well, as you're stepping outside today, you're going to feel it. It's going to be a chilly start to your day. Bundle up as you're stepping out and about. Maybe dress in layers today, just because you'll probably need a lighter jacket later on this afternoon, but you'll certainly need the heavier jacket, maybe even the coat for some, depending on how long you're planning on spending outside. Feels like 32 for Hartsville and Bennettsville, 39 in Conway, 36 in Myrtle Beach, and 37 in North Myrtle Beach today. So if you have any sort of outdoor plans, just keep in mind it's going to be a cool and breezy day overall. Yes, we'll see clear skies all throughout the rest of today. So any outdoor plans, maybe if you want to go outside for some exercise like bike riding, it should be pretty okay. But just remember, especially if you're traveling on east to west in terms of those directions, you just want to make sure you're exercising lots of caution, since we are going to be expecting those wind directions around the north. But overall, temperatures will warm steadily into the low 60s throughout the rest of today. And as we take you into the weekend, we're going to be expecting some pretty big changes to the forecast. The main one becoming in terms of our Saturday, in terms of those rain chances, an 80% chance for Saturday. That's when we're going to be expecting widespread shower and thunderstorm activity. And in fact, we could see a couple of strong storms. So far, primary threats will be some gusty winds. We're talking about winds up to 50 or 60 miles per hour. Some large hail is also possible, and we have the very low risk of seeing maybe an isolated tornado or two, and that's really going to include this entire yellow area, which is where we have that level 2 risk of seeing a couple of these strong to severe storms. So as we plan out your Saturday, keep in mind too, if we see rain early on Saturday, that will really lower our severe storm threat. But if we start off the morning clear with lots of sunshine, that will add to the fuel of seeing some of these afternoon and evening thunderstorms as we take you through most of your Saturday afternoon by about 3 or 4 o'clock. And then as we take you through sunset, we look to be pretty dry and overall pretty calm. We'll also expect a lot of heavy rainfall, looking at anywhere from about an inch or inch and a half all along the Grand Strand and PD.
All right, thanks, Jess.
It's 5:45 on this Thursday morning, and as you're planning out your day, if you're going to be sending the kids off to school, especially the school bus stop, you want to make sure they have on plenty of layers, just because we'll be starting off the day on a chilly note, likely right around the middle 40s for that first spell. And as we take you through late morning and right around lunchtime, we'll warm steadily into the middle 50s, looking nice and dry, yes, with plenty of sunshine, but temperatures will only warm today into the low 60s. That is at least about 10 to almost 12 degrees below average for many of us along the Grand Strand. So as we take you throughout the next 7 days, we are going to be expecting those
jacket. Let's bring in lady who knows about it all. First meteorologist Jessica Dobson. Jess, what's going on?
You know, we have a lot of they're not going to be very happy with me or the forecast, because it feels like we're stepping back in time. So as you're stepping outside, at least we'll have the sunshine. So grab the sunglasses as you're stepping outside. That first Slur weather app to keep it handy, and also that warm cup of coffee or tea. I had my iced coffee and I instantly regretted it. And make sure you have that heavier jacket or the hoodie, whatever you need to stay warm this morning. You'll also want it into this afternoon as well. We'll talk about that in just a moment. As far as our temperatures and wind chills go, this is the big story this morning. Temperatures are feeling like the middle 30s for the Grand Strand. Feels like 35 right now in Myrtle Beach, 38 in Florence, and get this, feels like 30 right now for places like Hartsville. So a very chilly start to our day. I'll talk more on when we can expect that warm up to take place coming up in my first alert forecast.
All right.
Meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
Good morning and happy Thursday. We are off to a chilly start to our day, but check out the sunrise. At least it looks nice outside. Certainly doesn't feel so nice. Sitting at 42 degrees right now in Myrtle Beach. Feels like 35 as you're stepping outside. So bottom line, we're going to be expecting these cool temperatures all throughout today. So just plan accordingly. Wear the jacket, the hoodie, do what you have to do to stay warm. And as we take you through your dog walkers forecast, we are going to be expecting temperatures even by about lunchtime to only warm into the middle 50s. Tucker has his nice fur to keep him nice and warm, and he looks like he's going to be enjoying the sunshine today as well. And if you would like to see your pet featured in our dog walkers forecast, all you have to do is head to our website, WNBFnews.com, and click on Submit a Photo. Under that, you'll see our pet tab. But as we take you throughout today for your lunch break planner, we're going to be expecting temperatures right around the middle 50s. So maybe a bit of a cool day to be enjoying that lunch lunch outdoors, but we're going to be expecting a dry day at least, plenty of sunshine. It's going to be breezy at times. And as we plan you for your weekend, we want to stress to you that we're going to be paying close attention to the forecast as we take you through Saturday. Really not going to be expecting any hiccups for Friday or Sunday, but for Saturday, we have an 80% chance of rain. And that's because we could see a couple of isolated strong storms as well. All along the Grand Strand and most of the PD, we are under a level 2 risk, still relatively low, level 2 of 5, and that's going to be from the Storm Prediction Center. They have outlined our area under that risk. Main threats will be some gusty winds, maybe some isolated large hail, and perhaps a tornado or two as well. So as we walk you through Saturday, if we see some early morning showers, that will really help to put a limit on any strong storm activity. But as of right now, in terms of that timeline, it's looking like it's going to arrive by about 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, lasting through potentially 8 or 9 o'clock Saturday evening. So that will be something, of course, we keep a close eye on as we take you through the weekend.
Right.
Exactly.
I was going to say, I try to recycle. That's something I tried to do recently.
And you know, it's cold out this morning, talking about it all day, but what do you think is the best time of day for folks to get out and celebrate? And there's a lot of events going on in town.
Yeah, certainly this afternoon, I would say. That's when we're going to be expecting the most arguably comfortable temperatures. I'll use that relatively compared to where we have been lately, but overall we'll be in the 60s, so just plan accordingly.
Absolutely. Wear that jacket, but there's a lot happening though. Happening today in the PD.
Thursday, you're waking up to chilly temperatures across the area, and both in terms of what it feels like and what the actual air temperature is. We are close to breaking some records. In fact, for some places, 37 right now in Conway, 38 in Florence, low 40s along the beaches. But the big story is going to be what it feels like as you step outside. We have a very brisk northerly wind that is ushering in that colder air, and that's what's helping to keep those feels like temperatures right around the middle 30s, even for Myrtle Beach right now. A bit of a chilly spot in terms of what it feels like. Feels like 35 degrees as you're stepping outside. So as we walk you through the next 7 days across the beaches, we are going to be traveling from Conway to Myrtle Beach. You're looking at a 24-minute commute there. From Myrtle Beach to Surfside, 14 minutes, and from North Myrtle Beach to downtown Myrtle Beach, about 28 minutes along Highway 17. Carry on.
So come on in here and you explain it, because you know way more than I do.
You know, it is just a cold, brisk morning, but I think a lot of people would agree it feels a lot more like winter than it does feel like spring and arguably close to summer. So right now feels like temperatures, that's right, in the 30s this morning. So brace yourselves. 30 right now in Hartsville. That's our cold spot this morning. 35 right now in Myrtle Beach and 37 in North Myrtle Beach. At least it's a pleasant looking day. We'll see lots of sunshine throughout this afternoon, and we are going to be expecting a cold start to our day. For any school bus stop plans, making sure you're bundling up. Looking at about 42 degrees as we take you throughout the next couple of hours for any bus stop plans, and then as we take you through this afternoon, looking at a high of 62 degrees. So this afternoon will feel a little bit better. Still going to be expecting some of those breezier winds, but we'll expect lots of sunshine all throughout this afternoon and this morning. But keep in mind, with today's low humidity, we are still going to be expecting that fire danger to be elevated. So we are looking at low humidity, gusty winds, so it's best to just avoid any outdoor burning for today.
All right.
Morning as you're traveling and heading off to work or school. If you're traveling from Conway to downtown Myrtle Beach, you're looking at about a 25-minute commute along 501, so no significant delays just yet. But if you're traveling from Carolina Forest to downtown Myrtle Beach, you want to keep in mind, I would avoid Carolina Forest towards 501, and I would take Carolina Forest Boulevard down to Robert Grissom and head that way down towards downtown Myrtle Beach. Otherwise, no significant delays to report at this time. We'll have another check of my first alert forecast coming up next.
Jessica Dobson.
Prepare yourself for a chilly start to your Thursday morning. You're probably going to want to have the heat on in the car, the seat warmers. Do what you have to do to make sure you're staying warm, maybe even giving yourself a few extra minutes to warm up that vehicle, because we're going to be expecting temperatures all throughout the late morning hours into the low and middle 40s. Lots of sunshine, yes, so grab the sunglasses too as you're stepping outside, but it is going to be overall a cool day. The jacket going to be needed really through most of today, even even as we take you through the late morning hours, we're going to be looking at temperatures right around the low and middle 50s, breezy at times too. Temperatures today only warming to right around 62 degrees for our high temperature. So it is going to be just overall a cool day. Lots of sunshine, yes, but as we take you into the next couple of days, next 3 days more specifically, so into this weekend, we're going to be expecting some pretty big changes to the forecast. And that's going to be involving our next round of rain, and a couple of these showers and storms could be on the stronger side. So this is something we want to give you the first alert to Saturday, looking at an 80% chance of rain, and a few of these showers and storms could be on the stronger side. So the biggest threats will be some gusty winds, some isolated large hail, and the very low risk of an isolated tornado or two as well. The yellow area indicates a level 2 risk out of 5, so still overall low, but this is placed by the Storm Prediction Center. They are experts in this, so they are giving us a heads up. These are some areas we want to be watching out for some strong storms. If we have rain early on in the day on Saturday, that's going to limit our threat of seeing some of these strong severe storms, but if we are clear on Saturday morning, that will give way to some of more fuel for some of these strong to severe storms to thrive off of. So the main timeline will be sometime by about 3 or 4 o'clock on Saturday, lasting through potentially 8 or 9 o'clock in the afternoon, and we could still see some of that steady rain overnight. And we're talking about some fairly significant rainfall totals, the most we've seen so far in about a month or so, looking at 1 inch to 1.5 inches of rainfall across the Grand Strand and the PD. Today, because the cold air we have been giving you the first alert to has finally arrived. So we're talking about feels like temperatures right around 35 degrees for Myrtle Beach. Actual air temperature is 42. That breezy northwesterly wind at 13 miles per hour. We can see the flags blowing in the wind there from our Ripley sky cam. That is why we are seeing those chilly temperatures this morning. That wind from the northwest. It's really adding insult to injury this morning. And our warm up is going to be a slow one. We are going to be starting off in the 30s and 40s for most of us within the next hour. By lunchtime, we're looking at highs in the middle 50s before we reach those low 60s throughout this afternoon. Gusty winds will take shape once again, much cooler than yesterday, but overall looking nice and dry for today and tomorrow. But as we take you into your Saturday, that is when we're going to be expecting an 80% chance of rain. That's when we could see the potential of some of those strong to severe storms with gusty winds, some potentially large hail as well. So we want to give you the first alert to that. Stay weather aware for the first half of your weekend. If you're looking for some beach opportunities this weekend, Sunday is going to be the day to get outside. Also into next week, most of next week's looking those roadways. We are starting to see some delays on 501. This always happens just before the 7 o'clock hour. So keep in mind, there was one report of a car stop that is just after the bypass. So once you get under that overpass, keep in mind you might run into a couple of delays there as well. If you're traveling from Carolina Forest to downtown Myrtle Beach, it's best to take Carolina Forest Boulevard to Robert Grissom Parkway, and that will take you to downtown Myrtle Beach. You're looking at about a 24-minute commute there. And if you are traveling from North Myrtle Beach to downtown Myrtle Beach, about a 28-minute commute. Your best route will be to take Highway 31, and that will take you down to downtown Myrtle Beach as well. Bundle up and warm up the vehicle as you're stepping outside. Feels like temperatures. So wind chill values are in the 30s all across the board. Feels like 35 degrees in Myrtle Beach, 36 in North Myrtle Beach. So you want to make sure you're grabbing the jacket or the coat as you're stepping outside. Certainly a warm cup of coffee or tea, and also some sunglasses. We have clear skies already taking place this morning, and we're going to be expecting temperatures to continue to climb steadily into the low 60s all throughout the rest of this afternoon. It's still going to be
day to enjoy.
One day is better than none, but at least today looks nice more than it feels nice.
Well, let's look at the sunrise.